This one-day national workshop on recent trends in research methodology organized by the Peace Department of Chemistry of Shah College. In our tradition, the beginning of any meaningful endeavor is often accompanied by a prayer for harmony, wisdom, and success. I now invite Sagar, a first-year BSc student, to seek divine support for the smooth and fruitful unfolding of this conference through his invocation. Over to you, Sagar.
ಕಡಗಕಾಲಿಕಟ್ಟಿ ಕಿರುಗಂಟೆಗಳಮಾಲ ಕಟಿಬಂಧವಾಗಿಸಿದ ಕರಿವದನ ಕಪಿಲಂ ಶರಧಿ ಚರಣವನೆತ್ತಿ ನಾಟ್ಯವಗೈದ ಪ್ರಣವ ಸಂಗೀತ ಗಣಪತಿಗೆ ನಮನಂ ಪ್ರಣವ ಸಂಗೀತ ಗಣಪತಿಗೆ ನಮನಂ ಪೂಜೆಯಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪೂಜೆಯಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಮೂರು ಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪೂಜೆಯಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಮೂರು ಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪೂಜೆಯಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣನಾಥ ಶ್ರೀಶಾಚಿತ ಪದಕಾವಿತರಾಟ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣನಾಥ ಶ್ರೀಶಾಚಿತ ಪರಕಾವಿತರಾಟ ವಾಸವ ಸನ್ಮುಖ ಶಂಕರ ಪುತ್ರ ವಾಸವ ಸನ್ಮುಖ ಶಂಕರ ಪುತ್ರ ಹೊಸದೀವುದು ವರಮಂಗಲಗಾತ್ರ ಹೊಸದೀವುದು ವರಮಂಗಲಗಾತ್ರ ಪೂಜೆಯಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಮೂರು ಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪೂಜೆಯಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಸುರಮುನಿ ಪೂಜಿತ ಸುಂದರ ಚರಣ ಸುರಮುನಿ ಪೂಜಿತ ಸುಂದರ ಚರಣ ದುರಿತಗಳೆಲ್ಲವ ಕಳೆಗುಣ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಸುರಮುನಿ ಪೂಜಿತ ಸುಂದರ ಚರಣ ದುರಿತಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕಳೆಗುಣ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ಮಂಗಲವೆಸಗೈ ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ಮಂಗಲವೆಸಗೈ ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿದ ಕಾರ್ಯವ ಕೈಗೂಡಿಪುಲೈ ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿದ ಕಾರ್ಯವ ಕೈಗೂಡಿಪುಲೈ ಪೂಜೆಯಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಮೂರು ಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪೂಜೆಯಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಮೂರು ಜಗದೊಡೆಯ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪೂಜೆಯಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು പൂജയൊഴിയുന്നു പൂജയൊഴിയുന്നു धन्यवाद
Thank you, Sagar, for the wonderful invocation. I now request Mr. Nagesh Reddy, Assistant Professor of PG Department of Chemistry, Sharda Plus College, to formally welcome the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. A very good morning to one and all present here. I am privileged to welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, and the students to this national workshop on recent trends in research methodology, organized by the PG Department of Chemistry, Sharda Vilas College, Mysore. A very special welcome to our chief guest, Professor Janardhan G. R. Sir, Department of Studies in Botany, Manskanmutri, University of Mysore. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation to address the gathering, especially the students who are the budding researchers of the future. We welcome you, sir. A warm welcome to Sri N. Chandrasekhar, sir, Honorary Secretary, Sharda Vilas College, Education Institution, Mysore, for his gracious presence. I heartily welcome you, sir. We are delighted to have Professor T.K. Umesh, sir, former Vice Chancellor, University of Mysore, and the senior GC member, Sharda Vilas Education Institutions, Mysore. Your presence enriches the sessions of this gathering, sir. Thank you. Thank you for coming. We welcome you. We are humbled by your presence and honored to have Dr. Devika N., Principal, Sharda Vilas College, Mysore, who is the organizing head of this today's event. We welcome you, ma'am. I extend my heartfelt welcome to Dr. Gururaja sir, Coordinator, PG Department of Chemistry, Sharda Vilas College, and also the convener of this today's national workshop. I heartily welcome you, sir. My special welcome to all the teaching faculties who have come from the various institutions. On behalf of our institution, I welcome you all. At last but not the least, I cordially welcome my colleagues, research scholars, and my dear students, the organizing committee members and non-teaching supporting staffs who have come here for this national workshop today. I welcome one and all who are present here. Hope this national workshop is a grand success and it's a mind-blowing event for all of us here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nagesh. I welcome you to this workshop. The lighting of the lamp is a timeless tradition, a symbolic act that resonates deeply with our culture and academic heritage. It signifies the transition from ignorance to knowledge, from darkness to light. I now would like to request all the dignitaries on the dais to officially inaugurate this national level workshop by lighting the lamp. Thank you all for officially inaugurating this today's national workshop. As already told by Mr. Karli, we are very much honored today to have Professor J.R. Janathan from Department of Studies in Botany, University of Mysore, Madhusudan. Sir, I request you to share a few words on this inaugural session.
Very good morning to everyone assembled here. Respected dignitaries on the dais, we have guest of honor, Dr. B.M. Subraya in his absence, Sri N. Chandrasekhar, Honorable Secretary, Sharda Vilas College Institute of Mysore. We have our own well-wisher and former Professor of Physics, University of Mysore, Professor T.K. Umesh. We have very dynamic principal, Dr. M. Devika. We have Dr. R. Gurraj, convener of this program, a national workshop on recent trends in research methodology, and also Professor of Chemistry. All the faculty members who are assembled here, and all the participants who are registered for this one-day workshop on recent trends in research methodology. I have been visiting this college for several times on several occasions and addressed students also on various occasions. The college has wonderful academic ambience, particularly recently under the leadership of Sri N. Chandrasekhar, Honorable Secretary, and Professor T.K. Umesh, the governing council member of Sharda Vilas College Education Institutions. I could see a lot of changes, and credit goes to both of them and all the members of the management for taking the college to the new heights. I feel proud and honored to be here this morning to address this one-day research methodology workshop. I am thankful to each and every one of them who have kept my name for today's morning function as a chief guest. When Dr. Devika called me, I was not in a position to accept because I had accepted for some other program. So I had to request to postpone that, and most probably afternoon I will be going there to conduct the board of studies meeting. But I felt that this is an important occasion I should not miss, so therefore I am here. Dear participants, when we were students, whether undergraduate students or postgraduate students, no one ever conducted a program or a workshop like Trends in Research Methodology. We were all collected the notes and lectures, contents of the lectures from our teachers, and we have learned some of the aspects of research. And we, of course, we wrote a national level entrance examination conducted by the UGC CSR examination. That was the only benchmark to qualify for research. There was no other way. Even now, Ministry of Human Resource Development, MHRD, conduct this exam, NET JRF examination for all the postgraduate students. When you are in first semester or second semester, you are eligible to write this examination. That was the only benchmark examination even now that qualifies you for a junior researcher. For science programs, UGC, CSIR conduct this examination twice in a year. And for all humanities and few science subjects like environmental science, food science and psychology, computer science, the UGC conducts the examination. Since the number of students qualifying this national level entrance examination was so poor, now the UGC has decided to give this opportunity for the respective state governments to conduct this examination. This is how the KSET examination came into existence. Now the government of Karnataka is, I think they have already conducted this examination, KSET examination until 2024. It was the University of Mysore which was successfully conducting this KSET examination. If you look back and see the syllabus of KSET examination or a national level entrance examination, you have all components of research methodology, analytical ability, testing, you have a syllabus to test analytical ability, reasoning ability, and the subject knowledge in detail. So this is how we are qualified in the national level CSIR UGC examination. By getting the fellowship, we joined the research. Only after joining the research, we came to know that the research methodologies, how to select a research problem. This was our research supervisor used to give a research topic. When they give the research topic, go and search the relevant literature. Then we used to search relevant literature from various sources. The library was the only source for us. There was no internet in those days. Even getting journals to the university was not regular in those days. We used to write to the author of those papers, and we used to get the papers from different parts of the world, review it, and finalize the research objectives. And finally, it used to take 1 or 2 years for collecting the literature itself. We used to spend a lot of time for reviewing. But today it is not the case. At the degree level, under the auspices of NEP, in the 7th and 8th semester, the government is planning to introduce research methodology paper. In the 8th semester, you will have a project work of 8 credits one needs to undertake. So the government policy planning to introduce research methodology program at the undergraduate level to inculcate scientific spirit of inquiry. Of course, under choice-based, credit-based system, the University of Mysore, 10-15 years back, we have introduced a project work at the post-graduation level. And therefore, all the post-graduate students are exposed to research methodology, at least preliminary aspects of research methodology. How to select a problem, how to identify the research problem, how to choose a guide, mentor, how to set the objectives, how to prepare the experimental plan, how to conduct the research, how to get the data, how to analyze it, what statistics should be analyzed. We have Professor Ravi is already here to talk about the analytical method, statistical method, which package we have to use, what type of statistical methods we need to apply, how the data has to be simplified so that you will arrive at a valid conclusion. When you do a research, you need to come out with a conclusion, final conclusion, and that conclusion is going to answer all the questions that we have raised in the beginning in the form of a research problem. Whether that problem is a really problem, how to choose a research problem. So in this way, this workshop will help you to identify the research problem, identify your objectives, identify the hypothesis and testing the hypothesis, then experimental plan, how to design your experiment, how to get the data, how to analyze, how to interpret the results, how to arrive at a valid conclusion, how to write a thesis, what are the important components of the thesis. When you do research, how to publish that particular data, where to publish, which journal you need to select. Apart from publishing a paper, what all you can do with the research data that you have generated. If it is really new discovery, that can be patented also. If it is a new drug, which is something which is a different model altogether, electricity generating model, or solar cell, if you have discovered, that can be patented, that you can apply for royalty and you can continuously earn royalty from buying one investment. There are so many aspects. I hope this one day workshop will enlighten you in all aspects of research. Why you need to conduct the research? Why you need to spend whole lifetime to conduct the research? All the essential aspects of research methodology you are going to learn in this one-day workshop. Eminent speakers are going to address on various aspects. In between, you can also clarify all your doubts. And I hope this one-day workshop will be immensely beneficial for your research career. I thank Principal of the college, Dr. Devika, and also Professor R. Gururaj, the chemistry professor, who has thought about such a program for all the MSc students to research in the next session. Thank you so much for your patience here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for addressing this. And we too have heard how difficult it was during your times from the professors to even do a literature survey. Now it has been very much easier for us to do a literature survey, thanks to the technological advancement. And amidst this technological advancement and with your guidance, in fact, we youngsters should reach to the heights of greater heights in research. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again for sharing your thoughts. We also have today with us Professor D.K. Umesh, who is a senior governing council member of Shaka Classification Institutions, and also former vice chancellor of the University of Mysore, and also a professor of physics, who has spent an appreciable amount of his life in research. Sir, I now request you to share a few thoughts on this occasion.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Mr. Janardhan, Sri Chandrasekhar, Dr. Devika, Dr. Gururaj, Dr. Ravi, whom I am seeing after a very long time. And all the people who have gathered here as participants of this particular program. It's a good venture. Once again, I think it's the second occasion that we are conducting such a workshop. It is required. So our college, we now see that it is coming of age. It is an age college. It is coming of age, and we are into being very congruent of the present situation. In fact, when once we have the PG programs, no matter whether you are into the NEP or otherwise, I think it becomes imperative that the students who are going out as master's degree holders should get used to what is there in store for them ahead in their career. And this is one such venture in that particular direction. And anyway, since you have speakers such as Dr. Ravi, and there is also an online lecture which is scheduled to start ahead after Dr. Ravi's lecture. And also because I will once again meeting you during valedictory session, I will postpone whatever I want to tell to the next session and leave it here. All the very best It is very nice that several people have gathered here. I hope it will be a fruitful set of sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your thoughts on this occasion. We have with us today Professor S. Ravi from Department of Studies and Statistics, University of Mysore. Sir, I request you to come to the dais, please. A warm welcome to you, and I request you to come to the dais. So please. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So a very hearty welcome to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It's now time for the presidential remarks by our principal, Dr. M. Devika, who is an integral part of all our endeavors, be they academic or non-academic. I now request Dr. M. Devika, principal of Shabda College, to give the presidential address.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor G.R. Janandana, Professor at Plant Health Clinic Consultant, Director, International Center, University of Mysore. Guest of honor of today's program, Shri N. Chandrasekhar, Honorary Secretary, Shabda Education Institutions, Mysore. Professor J.K. Umesha, former Vice Chancellor and Senior GC member, Shabda Education Institutions, Mysore. Professor Ravi from Device and Statistics, University of Mysore. Dr. R. Gururaja, PG Coordinator, PG Department of Chemistry, Shabda, and also convener of today's workshop. Dr. H.M. Minusha, Organizing Secretary, RTRM 2024. Respected professors and faculties from various departments of university and also various PG centers of Mysore University, faculty members of Shabda College, dear students who have come across different colleges of Mysore and also out of Mysore, ladies and gentlemen. I feel really honored to be here and deliver presidential remarks on the inauguration function of one-day national workshop on recent trends in research methodology. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Professor R. Gururaja and his team for organizing a workshop on research methodology with an intention of helping the students in their future career as researchers. Dear delegates, we are hosting this workshop with the belief that familiarizing research methodology gives research legitimacy and provides scientifically sound findings. It may also provide a detailed plan that helps the researchers to keep on track, making the process smooth, effective, and manageable. I hope this workshop ensures the researchers to stay on track, to meet their research objectives, and answer their research questions using the most appropriate data collection and analysis tools based on their research design. You have already listened to one of the researchers, Professor G.R. Janardana sir, and also another accomplished professor and researcher, Professor T.K. Umesh. And I think after listening to them, you might have already decided your future career. Biodata of both the researchers will definitely inspire all of you, and you also can think of becoming accomplished researchers like them. I hope this workshop provides a specific plan to follow throughout your research career, and also to those who are planning to take up the research or already pursuing their research. I request all the participants to ensure that resource persons' expertise is effectively utilized, and I request you all to be more interactive in all the sessions. I wish a grand success to this workshop and also good luck to the organizers. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the presidential remarks. We are very happy that we also have with us Professor S. Shashikant from Department of Studies in Chemistry, University of Mysore. Sir, heartily welcome to you, sir, to this workshop. We are now drawing closer to the conclusion of this inaugural session. And I will request Dr. Venkata Swamy, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Chemistry of Sir Douglas College, to give the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, after the dais, participants, my dear colleagues and students, good morning to all of you. On behalf of Postgraduate Department of Chemistry and Sir Douglas College, I stand before you with immense gratitude as we conclude the inaugural session of this one-day national workshop on recent trends in research methodology. It is indeed an honor to express our appreciation to all those who have contributed to the success of this event. First and foremost, our sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Professor G.R. Janardhan, Department of Studies in Botany, Manasa Gangotri, University of Mysore, for gracing this occasion with your presence and inaugurating the workshop. And we are grateful for your enlightening words and inauguration speech of this workshop. Thank you, sir. And also, I sincere thank to Professor S. Ravi, Department of Studies in Statistics, Manasa Gangotri, University of Mysore. Thank you, sir. As we bring this enlightening day, I am honored to express our sincere gratitude to the visionary leaders and driving force behind today's event, that is our esteemed management. And I extend our sincere thanks to our esteemed guest of honor, Honorable Secretary Shri N. Chandrasekhar, for gracing this occasion with your presence. Thank you, sir. I would like to extend heartfelt thanks to our esteemed senior GC member of our institution and former Vice Chancellor of University of Mysore, Professor T.K. Humes, who has taken the time to share his expertise with us today. And your words and of wisdom are invaluable insights and have inspired all of us and added immense value to the discussions today. We are truly honored to have you with us, sir. Thank you, sir. It is with immense gratitude and honor that we extend our sincere thanks to our respected principal, Dr. M. Devika, for gracing the inauguration of this one-day national workshop. We are deeply grateful for your invaluable presence, continuous support, and commitment to developing an academic environment. Thank you, ma'am. A special note of appreciation goes to our organizing convener, Dr. R. Gururaja, Coordinator of PG Department of Chemistry, for the tireless efforts in planning and executing this workshop, and also for being the catalyst who stimulated us to do our best. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank our organizing secretary, Dr. Vinisha HM, and heads of all the departments, faculty members, and participants for their enthusiastic participation in today's inaugurations. Thank you. And your presence here highlights the importance of staying updated on recent trends in research methodology, and we look forward to rich interactions and knowledge sharing throughout the day. As we vote on various sessions planned for today, let us carry forward the spirit of curiosity and collaboration that has characterized the inaugural sessions. We are confident that the insights gained from this workshop will significantly contribute to the advancement of research practices. Once again, thank you everyone who has played a role making this event a reality. We wish you all a fruitful and enriching experience throughout the workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Manjush Swami. And thank you also for all the efforts you have put in to make this workshop a success. Although we have concluded this inaugural session, I request the guests to be seated for a few more minutes. I know we are all eager to listen to Professor G.R. Janardhana's keynote address, the chief guest of this inaugural session. Professor Janardhana is a well-known personality, all of us know that. Yet, as a part of the formality, we would like to give a brief introduction about Professor G.R. Janardhana. I would like to call upon Dr. Minusha Hexley, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Chemistry, Sharda College, and also the organizing secretary of this workshop, to give an introduction to the keynote speaker.
Very good morning to one and all. It is my great pleasure to introduce Professor G.R. Janardhana sir to the gathering. Professor G.R. Janardhana is a botanist specialized in mycology and plant pathology and has more than 28 years of teaching and research experience. Currently, he is working as professor in Department of Botany, Balasagangotri, Mysore. He was the recipient of Professor K.N. Narayana Gold Medal for first rank in MSc Botany in 1992 and Professor Paul Girgan Gold Medal for first rank in MPhil Seed Technology in 1994. He was recipient of CSIR UGC JNR in the year 1993. He joined the faculty of the PG Department of Studies in Botany, University of Mysore as assistant professor in 1992. He obtained his PhD degree in applied botany in the area of prevention of molding and mycotoxin production in maize. He became associate professor in 1999 and professor of botany in the year 2007. He has 30 years of teaching experience in botany at the University of Mysore. He has the distinction of heading the PG Department of Studies in Botany for 2 terms from 2008 to 2010 and 2012 to 2014 and implemented DST-based UGC, NASAR, UGC 11th and 12th plan period programs. He was instrumental in introducing MPhil program in botany in 2009 and also joined CSIR UGC Net Coaching Center at the University of Mysore. He has established Plant Molecular Biology Lab under DST Fast Track Research Process in 2003. He was the principal investigator of many completed research projects funded by DST, IOE, UGC, RIGS, and others. Currently, he is investigating the molecular screening of elite mulberry cultivars for viral diseases in India. He has guided 12 PhD students for their PhD degrees and he has more than 83 reviewed journal papers to his credits. He has the H index of 21 and has 1,501 citations. He has organized 2 national conferences, 1 national symposium and 4 workshops. He has organized Children's Science Congress at 103rd Indian Science Congress held at the University of Mysore during 2016. He was the chairman, Agriculture Science Research Committee, 40th Indian Social Science Congress 2016. He was the visiting fellow at Center for Plant Molecular Biology, Jawaharlal Nehru University during 2002 under Indian National Science Academy Visiting Program. He was awarded Matsui International Foundation Visiting Fellowship during 2012 and worked at the Faculty of Agriculture and Life Sciences, Hirosaki University, Japan. He is a life member of Indian Phytopathological Society, Mycological Society of India, Indian Society of Mycology and Plant Pathology, National Academy of Biological Sciences, Karnataka Vigyan Parishad, Bengaluru, so Indian Sciences Congress Association, Kolkata, Indian Social Science Congress, and the annual member, American Phytopathological Society, USA. He also served as Secretary and President of MID for Mysore Chapter. Professor Janardana is an expert plant clinic consultant on plant disease, diagnosis and integrated disease management at plant clinic at the University of Mysore. He is serving as member of UGC UPE review team. He is an expert consultant for ORSI technology of Crystal Spring Water Private Limited, Mysuru, and also he is a governing council member for Maharani Science College, Mysuru. He is the honorary editor for the Kannada Encyclopedia of Botany undertaken by the Kuvenpu Institute of Kannada Studies at the University of Mysuru. He was a member of Academic Council, PMED, and member Advisory Committee, Finance Committee at University of Mysore. He was a director for International Center, University of Mysore, and also currently he is a director, Research and Development Cell, University of Mysore. With this brief introduction, I thank Professor Janardana sir for accepting our invitation and address the keynote for this one day national workshop. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Michelle, for introducing the keynote speaker. I now request Sania, a second year MSc student, to give a brief introduction of Professor S. Ravi. Very soon we are going to listen to a talk of Professor S. Ravi. Over to you, Sania.
Good morning to one and all present here. Professor Srinivasan Ravi, Department of Studies in Statistics, Manasa Gangotri University of Mysore. Professor Ravi has more than 30 years of teaching experience and guided more than 10 MPhil and few PhD candidates. Professor has published more than 40 research papers and reviewed several book chapters. Professor Ravi has also served in various administrative positions. He was the registrar in charge of the University of Mysore, Director of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, University of Mysore, and in charge of Financial Officer of the University of Mysore. He has been awarded various prestigious fellowships like DST Matrix and UGC MRP and etc. Impressively, Professor also has a diploma in music, specialized in Veena, and is sufficiently fluent in Kannada, English, Tamil, Hindi, and German. He has delivered invited talks at various universities, and some of his research interests are extreme value theory, design and analysis of experiments, linear models, statistics of streams, and so on. With this brief introduction, I would heartily welcome Professor Srinivasan Ravi for this national workshop organized here at SPC Mysore. Thank you for accepting our invitation, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sania, for the brief introduction of Professor S. Ravi. Our college has the custom, Sampradaya, of honoring other guests. I now request management members, the principal, and also the coordinator of PG Department of Chemistry to felicitate our guests present here today. I request Professor Janardana and also Professor S. Ravi to accept this honor, a token of gratitude given by Shraddha also.
ತಗೊಂಡು ಸರ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಟ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕೀ ನೋಟ್
ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸರ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ
I thank Professor S. Janardana and Professor S. Ravi for accepting their honor. Now, Professor Janardana will enlighten us with his extensive knowledge and experiences in the field. Without further delay, it is eagerly listen to the keynote address by Professor S. Janardana. Over to you, sir.
ಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಸರ್, ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್. ಆನ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಆನ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್. ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿ.
ಸರ್ ಕಲರ್ ಮೈಕ್ ಅಂತ ಸರ್ ಅದು ಒಂದೇ ಡಾಂಗಲ್ ಇರೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. USB ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಸರ್ ಇದೆಂತ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ಏನೋ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿದು.
ಅದು ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಶೋ ಕೊಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್.
Focus.
ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂಚೂರು ಹೇಳಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಹೋಗೋ ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂಚೂರು ಹೇಳಿ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮೀಟ್
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೆಷನ್
ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋಕಸ್. ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸೋರ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್? ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು ತಾನೆ.
Very good morning. Welcome back to the first session of today's national workshop on recent trends in research methodology. At the outset, I congratulate all of you for registering for this one-day workshop on research methodology, in which you are going to learn many things. As I informed you earlier, under choice-based credit-based system, the University of Mysore has made mandatory that in the second year of post-graduation, the students have to undertake a research work, a project work amounting to 8 credits. It has been there in the University of Mysore in most of the postgraduate system. So also, in other affiliated and autonomous colleges of the University of Mysore, where this project work is a must. When you enter the third semester of master degree, you will not be knowing anything about research. But CDCS syllabus mandates that you must do research, a small research work leading to the finalization of dissertation, which is very essential for the fulfillment of master degree program. I have been teaching the third semester and also fourth semester students on research methodology for the last 10 years. They will not be knowing anything about research. So also I heard that many of you are doing master degree program. Hope that you are also planning to do project work, maybe this semester or in the next semester. If not, you have joined for this research methodology program, you are intend to take up research as a career after post graduation. Please don't forget to write the CSR UGC examination, which gives you very good scholarship, maybe around 40,000 rupees per month for 5 years. Most of our students are not taken seriously to write this competitive exam conducted by the CSR UGC or UGC. You write only that you worried about KSET exam. But you must write the national level examination. It is conducted twice in a year, June, July and December, November and December. And the amount of scholarship, you work as a guest faculty once you complete MSc, MCOM, master degree, you go and work as a guest faculty for a meager of 20,000 rupees, even less than that sometimes. But why don't you take up seriously to write this examination? This is the right time. When you are in final year of MSc, you must write this examination, come out with a flying colors. Then you can immediately join research. You can select, there are 200, 300 research institutions in this country. You can select the best research institute, best research supervisor, and you can work on a really cutting edge science and technology problem, and you can really contribute something really good for the society and the science. It's possible. But most of the time, so that's why way back in 1991, I wrote this examination when I was in first year MSc. Before the MSc results came, I was qualified in the National CSR UGC examination. I immediately joined the research. And then in the next 1994, I got a job in the university because I was qualified under NET, National Eligibility Test, NET. So this is how I got into the university system so early in my career. Later I did my PhD, that is a different story. But why I am telling is that our teachers are not telling this one compulsorily to our students that there is a system like this. I made it a mandatory in most of my classes to introduce CSR UGC examination, question paper pattern, and all those things to tell them that at least one or two students get inspired and they prepare, start preparing. It is easy when you are in master degree program, easy for you to prepare for such competitive examination. Once you come out from the master degree program, you will not read your own master degree books. So that's why this is the right time. You can concentrate, you can do miracles. So that's why it is very, very important that you must undertake some of these examinations, and all these research components have been included in the syllabus. So for those students who wish to do research, wish to take up research projects, and wish to do research in the near future, this workshop will give you an insight into what is a research, why you should do research, what you are going to contribute, how the society will be benefited, and you will be an asset for the country, a human resource It's a wonderful human resource. We need to utilize it. So in that context, we have esteemed my colleagues, Professor Ravi, Professor Ravika, Shashikant. There are many staff members who are here. They are going to impart very basics of and applied aspects of research. Definitely, the whole day will motivate you to take up research as a future career. When I teach the PhD coursework student, nearly I prepared several slides of 150, one PPT, it contains about 150, more than one. I reduced because Dr. Devika requested me to give a keynote address. Therefore, I spent about 1.5 hours to reduce it to 30-40 minutes. Otherwise, I would have switched over to my old PPT. But all that is not required at this level. I felt that most of the students are master degree level. I will tell you the very basics. I will leave my email ID. You can contact us, any one of us. We will guide you how to take up research further. Okay. So keeping that in mind, I will give you very brief account of what is research, a brief history about the developments and what you are going to do, how you will be received in the society when you do research. Okay. So I will restrict myself to the introductory aspects of research. Later in the day, other eminent speakers are waiting for you. They will enlighten you more on applications of that, what kind of statistics you need to apply and all those things. Hope the day will be filled with lot of knowledge, skills which are very important for you to take up research as a career. You have seen the University of Mysore emblem. Emblem is one of the most beautiful emblem I have seen. On the top of the emblem, in Sanskrit, as it has been written, Nahi Jnanena Sadrusham. I read this long back in 1990. Mysore University used to give the prospectus, hard copy of the prospectus. When I read that emblem and the description of the emblem, I felt so happy that I am going to study in one of the finest universities. I felt so happy. Even now, I am very happy to be part of the university system. I am always feel proud that I am part of the University of Mysore. My degrees are from the University of Mysore. So therefore, it has been written, Nahi Jnanena Sadrusham. This is nothing but the meaning of that, nothing equals knowledge or nothing is comparable to knowledge. This wordings I have taken from, Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna tells Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Nahi Jnanena Sadrusham Pavitram Iha Vidyate. This advice is the motto of the university. Look at the forefathers who established the University of Mysore. They have taken such a wonderful sentence. Why? Because nothing is equal to knowledge. Knowledge is everything. Knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is health. Knowledge is everything. So therefore, we have to make a sincere effort to acquire that knowledge. Why people with knowledge is appreciated all over. They are the ones they are going to survive. So that is why don't underestimate. So it is in this context, the acquisition of knowledge starts. So in India, we had a Guru Shishya Parampara. And this was one of the oldest method of imparting knowledge to the students, to the people who are interested to acquire knowledge. Though we are familiar with this, and oldest religion-based education was started in India, and it is a value-based education. And India holds high respect for the teacher of such knowledge. And in those days, this Gurukula Parampara was separated from the political interference. The students have to go and stay with the sages for many years to acquire that knowledge. They have to be free from all the worldly means. So therefore, they went for the forest or with along with the strangers to acquire that knowledge. You know, India was later ruled by different people from across the globe, and we were invaded by many different cultures, and so also Britishers, they ruled us for so many years, and therefore they brought in a British model of education. British model of education, whether you like it or not, we have been product of that British model of education, and this is how we gain knowledge in the present Indian scenario. We have the nursery education where we acquire, of course, the parents are the ones that give you all the primary knowledge, but after that, the nursery, then we have primary education, and we have secondary education, higher secondary education, we have graduation, we have already completed, and you are in post-graduation now, post-graduation. Up to here, where you visit colleges, you get admitted, teachers comes there, who teaches, who delivers, he will enrich your knowledge. This is the systematic study of knowledge, gaining the knowledge. You know, school education, college education, very important. Year after post-graduation, there is another degree. You are going to get the degree, highest degree. That is a university research degree. I will come to that later. That is only by research. That is only by research. What is research? I will tell you little later. And in these education institutions, we revere these education institutions. We respect, we worship. Why? Because the teachers who are in the colleges, they think that students are our hope, future hope. Our future lies in your hands. So that's why we train them. We the teachers, we train them, train you people to become a leaders of tomorrow. Leaders in research, leaders in science, leaders in social science. So that's why you must thank all these colleges and universities. They are going to make you as a leaders. Therefore, in that context, teacher must be committed themselves and personally and professionally. Why college spends a lot of time in selecting the teachers? While imparting knowledge. So knowledge is so important. A best knowledge has to be imparted. A correct knowledge has to be imparted. So in that context, the teachers play a very important role. We have to be professionally, personally, we have to be equipped with all the essential knowledge for the overall development of the student. Imagine this is a circle that contains all the world knowledge, human knowledge. So during our primary education, we acquire certain amount of education. During our secondary school education, we acquire little more knowledge. When we enter the degree, graduation, we do acquire little bit of knowledge and specialize in certain subjects. So specialization going to play a very important role. We forget the other knowledge and we are going to get specialized. The moment we enter post-graduation, we will further enrich this particular knowledge. Some of you will join botany, some of you will join commerce, English, different subjects. There are more than 100 different subjects. We have a wide choice to choose certain subjects. Once you complete your master graduate, post-graduation, those who are interested in research, those who are interested to enhance your knowledge, you need to join for research. So you will read a lot of research papers to enrich that particular knowledge. And you will reach a boundary. You will spend certain years, 3 years, 5 to 6 years to make a dent. To make a dent into a knowledge, world knowledge. And finally, the boundary will give you a dent. Boundary will give it. By the time you spend 5, 6 years, you will discover something. You will discover something. That discovery is what we call the research or the PhD. You are going to make a small dent, small discovery. For that, universities are going to give a degree. That degree is called doctoral degree. It is not by systematic education. It is only by the research degree. Look at, don't forget the bigger picture when compared to the world knowledge, human knowledge, the PhD degree and the research, whoever done is negligible. Negligible. But that is very important. You have contributed something for the enhancement, advancement of the science, advancement of the subject. That is counted. So that is what we call research. So doctoral degree or research degree you are going to get. This is the highest degree given by the university. It is by research. You have to conduct the experiment, experimental research. You have to get the data. You have to analyze the data. The innovative thing you have to formulate. That innovation you have to highlight and you have to submit in the form of a thesis or dissertation to the university for the award of degree. Only after systematic examination of your thesis by 3 examiners, the university will award you a PhD degree. Therefore, after having spent so much of time, 5, 6, 7 years, you have to make a sincere effort to see that you make a significant contribution to the existing stock of knowledge. That is what we call research. So in this gaining of knowledge through research, knowledge can also be gained through research. So in the Indian system, we have research is conducted in central university system, we have state university system, we have private university system. We have private universities are coming up in large numbers. They are also advising, attracting you to do research. So therefore, all these university systems are controlled by the University Grant Commission so far, but now under National Education Policy, a new term has been coined called Higher Education Council, and this is going to control all these universities later. Dear students, when you want to do a research, you must join universities. Why people go to universities to do research? Because universities have people with ideas. When you want to do research, you need to have ideas. You may be having glaring ideas, but one day those glaring ideas can be translated into technology. Some important discoveries. Therefore, don't forget those ideas. Nurture them. Universities is a place. Universities are the place where you can nurture these ideas. Because ideas are precious. Ideas change the world. Ideas change the world. Look at the world. Organizations. There are so many organizations Indians have occupied. They are really contributed a lot. They are CEO of many companies. You Google, WhatsApp, many things. Why? Because they have ideas. Those who have ideas, they are going to rule the world. If you look back the history, same thing has happened. They had different ideas, that is why we were all ruled by them. So therefore, today if you have ideas, you are going to rule the future world. Therefore, if you have ideas, nurture them. You nurture them in the university system. So that's why we have university means including colleges. Only in India we have undergraduation and post-graduation. Don't think that you are also come under university system, higher education system. So therefore, if you have ideas, you need to be nurtured with the eminent, taking eminent guidance and mentorship from your teachers. So thereby you can, nurture those ideas, translate those ideas into a new discoveries, technologies, which are going to change the societal needs. If you look back the history, there is a scientific chemist, Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur. He is remembered for many things. He is a legend of France. He was a son of a tanner. He was a son of tanner. And he was interested in natural science, so also he joined education institution. If you read Louis Pasteur biography, you will understand that he has struggled a lot. But he never disturbed. He has lost all 5 of his family members. father, mother, and his 3 loving daughters for diseases. Diseases. He worried a lot about the diseases. And finally, he was a chemist basically, but he switched over to microbiology. He started discovering microscopic organisms, why diseases are ruling the world. Why, in those days, why diseases, they destroyed the human beings. Millions of people died. Doctors had no idea. Even they lived, there was no treatment. So therefore, during that particular period, he convinced the world that we are all surrounded by the microscopic organism. This is how microbial world was discovered. Smallest microscopic organism. We know that they are distributed in air, water, food, everywhere. We are all surrounded by the microorganisms. Many of them cause diseases. And he was the one, he convinced the whole world, without knowing the existence of microorganisms, he hypothesized that all diseases and human miseries actually caused by the diseases. A discoverer of the microbial world. Today we have a MSc microbiology, botany, zoology and microbiology, life science. But basically he was a chemist at Strasbourg University, and he is remembered for discovering the vaccines for rabies. Rabies virus was discovered only in the 20th century. I am talking about 18th century. And 18th century, without knowing the rabies virus, he developed the vaccines. Look at his ideas. He prepared the crude vaccine in rabbits and given to a Joseph Meister who was suffering from rabies, and he saved his life. Like the rabies vaccine commission, France established a rabies vaccine commission and developed the vaccine and given that vaccines for millions of people, which saved the lives of millions. It's a simple idea. But only after it that only in the 20th century, we discovered that rabies is caused by a virus. How it was possible for Louis Pasteur? What he has used very simple experiments. That doesn't mean that his ideas were wrong. Those are the ideas. Rabies vaccine. Read Louis Pasteur, you will get inspired. You will get inspired. Similarly, pasteurization. Every day we drink pasteurized milk. The pasteurization, killing the microscopic organism present in the milk by heating the milk sample at 80 degrees centigrade without boiling, retaining all the nutrient qualities. The milk that you see every year, it is not boiled one. It is heat treated at 80 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. That's all. Who developed this? Louis Pasteur. Yes, the technique is called pasteurization. Like that, many different types of foods that we are consuming every day because of the technique that was developed by Louis Pasteur. Like that, there are several. So he is hailed as the greatest savior of mankind. He saved millions of lives. Simple ideas. Similarly, there was another doctor, Robert Koch, in Germany. He discovered that germ is responsible for the disease. Now we know that SARS-CoV-2 virus, which causes COVID-19. In those days, nothing was known about microscopic organisms. Tuberculosis, one of the serious killers in those days. He isolated the Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacterium, and he also proved that it is an anaerobic microorganism. And he conducted an experiment to prove that germs are responsible for the disease. Germ theory of disease. There was no other theory apart from germ theory of disease. It was in 1886, and even now, okay, centuries later, no one has changed his statement. Germ theory of disease is very important to, one has to conduct the experiment. He gave the rules, and these are known as Koch postulate. They have to be fulfilled before stating that this is the germ responsible for a disease. He discovered many different types of bacteria. It is a different story. In 1929, Alexander Fleming, When petty plates were left in his laboratory, he could able to see a inhibitory zone around the mold, blue mold. He wondered why the bacteria are unable to grow around the mold. Later, he isolated a chemical compound called penicillin, and it was treated as a wonder drug. This penicillin drug is the starting point for the multi-billion dollars industry, antibiotic industry. But it was a simple discovery for Alexander Fleming. Fleming, along with Chain and Florey, awarded Nobel Prize in 1946. That was a different story. But idea, very simple. I'm just telling you why you need to nurture those ideas. Today we are talking about, we are in the era of molecular biology, genetic engineering, gene manipulation. You transfer gene from one organism to another organism. We are doing transferring the genes across kingdom, which was not possible earlier. Breeding was possible only with the closely related species. But today, a bacterial gene can be transferred to human gene can be transferred to plant gene can be transferred to any other organism. How it was possible? We know that genes are situated on the chromosome. Chromosome is present in the nucleus of the cell. But that without knowing the presence of chromosome, presence of genes, he told the world that there are discrete factors. By conducting a simple sweet experiments on sweet pea, he developed a wonderful statistical method called monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, and through that, he told that a genetic information in one organism is transmitted to future generation, F1 generation, F2 generation. He didn't know that chromosome is present in the fluid. He didn't know nothing about genes. Look at the ideas. Today, his discoveries, all the inheritance of laws, that is the basis for all our modern biology, molecular biology, genetic engineering. Okay, what kind of a drama is going on? But the basis was, Gregor Mendel contribution way back in 1880. Similarly, universal gravitation and the three laws of motion are described by Sir Isaac Newton. It is a simple, everyone observed that, but never documented. Similarly, Albert Einstein, general theory of relativity, most probably 100 years have crossed. We must have, whole world, many PhD theses have been formed based on the theory of relativity. There is another scientist, Norman E. Borlaug, you must have heard his name. He was a plant breeder. He was responsible for Green Revolution. Today we are getting sufficient food in India. Way back in before independence, we were producing less than 50 million tons of food grain. Today we are producing more than 300 million tons of food grain. How it is possible? Utilization of the hybrid varieties. All these hybrid varieties were developed by Norman E. Borlaug. He donated all his research hybrids to different countries, poor countries and advanced countries. So also M.S. Swaminathan. He was a very important agriculture scientist in IARI, Indian Agriculture Research Institute, went to Borlaug, bought all those hybrid varieties and started growing in the Punjab region and UP region of North India. Results were dramatic. We were not able to feed our own population. Way back in 1950, 1960, coupled with famines, by 1970 and 80, we could be able to produce more than 100 million tons of food grain. By 200, we could be able to produce 300 million tons of food grain. We have excess food. We are exporting food to different countries. Where many countries are reeling under the hunger and malnutrition, we have success. Thanks to those great people, they have ideas, good genes they have transferred, and they have helped the mankind. Today, the world hunger is ended. Because for that, he was awarded Nobel Prize in 2009. The man who ended the world hunger. When the hunger is subside, then only he will have peace in the society. So, for his contributions are very, very important. Dear students, if you read the history, There are more than several number of books have been written. 1,000 scientists, 100 scientists. You read the biography. You will understand the important contributions of various scientists, how they have contributed, how a simple ideas they have translated. In front of our own eyes, there are live examples. Let me come back. So this is a statement made by M.G.K. Menon, a great physicist of this country. Today we have ISRO and other organizations. He played an important role. We had Indian Science Congress Association in 1982. His statement was taken from his presidential remarks. What he has said, the world of today is largely the product of scientific research and development. That means everything that we are seeing, everything that we are using, every day whatever we are believing, they are all product of scientific research. You can say anything, all the gadgets we are using, they started in the minds. Understand? So therefore, it all started with a glare ideas, but later all these have been transformed into wonderful buildings, wonderful structures. This is how research play a very important role. Your mind, human minds are going to play an important role in translating these. I will not get into that. The word research, you must have used several times without knowing the meaning of that. Derived from French language, recherche means seeking something new. ಹುಡುಕೋದು ಹೊಸದನ್ನ ಹುಡುಕುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ is all about ಹೊಸದನ್ನ ಹುಡುಕುವಂಥದ್ದು. Again, there are so many definitions. There are so many English Webster dictionary, Merriam Webster dictionary, Oxford dictionary ನಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪದ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. The term earliest recorded use of the term was in 1577 in the period. So basically the word was taken from French language. Remember this. In simple words, research means what? It is a original contribution to the existing stock of knowledge for it advance. ಹೊಸದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Something new. Then only it becomes research. ಇರೋದನ್ನೇ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಹಳೆಯದನ್ನೇ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. You have to contribute something really new thing. For that PhD degree or doctoral degree is awarded. So ಅದನ್ನ contribute, ಅದನ್ನ ಹುಡುಕಬೇಕು, ಅದಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. All the books that we read, ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಇಂದನೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. That is the knowledge. But research existing knowledge ಅಲ್ಲ. ಹೊಸದನ್ನ ಹುಡುಕಿ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಆ ಬುಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಬರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಹುಡುಕ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್ಟರ್ಡೇ ನನಗೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬಂತು. ಡೈಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈಲಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಲಿಫೋರ್ನಿಯಾ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಈಗ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಡೈ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡೈ, ಏಜಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. What was the organ? What is the organ which is responsible for aging? ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಟೀಲೋಮಿಯರೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಟೀಲೋಮಿಯರ್ ಅದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗ ಬಂದಾಗೆ ಟೀಲೋಮರೇಸ್ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಟೀಲೋಮಿಯರ್, ಅದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಏಜಿಂಗ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಥಿಯರಿ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿದ್ವಿ. ಈಗ ಎಸ್ಟರ್ಡೇ ಗಾಲ್ಗಿ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಲ್ಗಿ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಗಾಲ್ಗಿ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏಜಿಂಗ್ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಲ್ ಡೆತ್ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್. ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಆ ಸೆಲ್ಗಳಿದೆ, ಗಾಲ್ಗಿ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್? ನೋಡಿ, ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ. ಏಜಿಂಗ್ ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏಜಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಜೀನ್ ಇಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಜೀನ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜೀನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಬರಬಹುದಾ, ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬಹುದಾ, ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ಹೊಸ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ರೂಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೊಸದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಪರ್ಸೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೂತ್. ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಹುಡುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನೇಚರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನೇಚರ್. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಹುಡುಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. 5 ವರ್ಷ, 10 ವರ್ಷ, 20 ವರ್ಷ, 100 ವರ್ಷ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್, ಲೈಫ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಒಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಸೊ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹುಡುಕುವಂತದ್ದೇ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವೈ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡೂ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್? In our life, new problems, events, phenomena, process occur every day. Natural phenomena. Apart from that, we have so many other problems, so many diseases, food problem, electricity problem, waste problem. But there is a solution. How to solve these problems? Plastic problem. How to solve the pollution? Practically implementable solutions, suggestions are required for tackling these problems. So many research problems. How to do that? Scientists have to undertake research on them and find their causes, solutions, explanation, and application. We need to find the solutions for them. How to remove the plastics? Every day, every hour, 3 to 4 kg waste we are generating. How this waste is going to be, the waste is going to be accumulated in large quantities. It is going to create a huge pollution problem. Earth will become inhospitable for human to live. Diseases will come. New viruses will appear. How to tackle these problems? That's why scientists, they have to search for solutions for all the problems that we have created. That is the research. Research is important, both not only science, but also humanities, commerce, social science, very, very important. So therefore, in order to solve these problems, you need to have a strong mind. You have decided to do research. That's why you are all attending here. You need to have a strong mind. Because results, overnight, you will not get the results to announce that I have discovered this. Nature will not give you the clues so easily. So therefore, you have to spend a lot of time with expert guidance, expert mentorship, guideship. You have to choose a guide. So in addition to having a, so of course you get a PhD. That is up to 5 years. But you need to sustain that long, 4 long, 5 long, 6 long years to get a PhD, because it will be evaluated. I told you research is something, you have to contribute something new. Whether it is really new, examiners will decide and later they award PhD degree. Desire to face challenges in solving unsolved problems. There will be so many challenges. Sometimes you get result, sometimes you may not get the result. There are so many other variables. Professor Ravi is going to tell us we are influenced and controlled by many other different variables. They influence our results. Desire to get an intellectual joy of doing research. If you are really want to enjoy research, enter the research. Otherwise, don't go. Don't spend your time. You should enjoy. Reading is enjoyable. Then only you will do very well in your studies. Similarly, research, if you think that by doing research, I enjoy myself. By conducting the experiment, I enjoy. Then you go for this particular field. You will have a lot of opportunity. You will have a, service to society. Naninaru society ke contribute ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತದಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮಗೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Desire to get automatically when you do research, people will respect you. People will place you in a different levels for knowledgeable people. Those who have done real research, they will be appreciated. So therefore, acquiring PhD degree means way to attain high position in academic. When you do PhD, your positions will be different, your job requirements will be different, you will be treated at different level. Instead of coming to colleges, you can search for universities to become a professor, become a scientist in research institution, CEO of big companies. The salaries will be altogether different. So therefore, when you do research, you will have, many other positions, they will naturally come. And for professionals, the universities, we have so many professors, they do also research. For them, it is also a livelihood. Throughout their life, they do research. And when you do research, you can become a philosopher and thinkers in different disciplines. Then analyst you will be treated like an intellectual. Oh, he has a knowledge. He has a wise man. He is not only knowledgeable, he is a wise man. So therefore, all these, they are rewarding and satisfying career. If you come to college, you will retire with a college professor. But if you go to university and in research institution, your level will be different. Even after retirement, you will serve as the director, CEO of many different countries, advisor to the scientific bodies. You can contribute a lot. That's a different thing. Opportunities for lifelong growth. Throughout life, you will be growing. Every day, your name and fame will increase. And of course, you will have not only careers in India, you will have global career opportunities. Whole world will be yours. They will send you mail. They will request you to come and address their participant students. So you will have a worldwide recognition, worldwide opportunities. Dear students, this particular research means it's the original contribution to the existing stock of knowledge for its advancement. That's one. There are basically two types of research. One is fundamental research, otherwise called basic research. The other one is applied research or revolutionary research. What is basic research or fundamental research? This is also PhD degree topic. You part of the research. Revolutionary part. One simple example. Understanding the structure of SARS-CoV-2 virus. SARS-CoV-2 virus structure basic research, fundamental research, basic research. This is human body के transmit ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. Disease cause ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Few days ago, it is killing the human body. How to save the human life? We have lost so many lives. Dear ones, we have lost during the COVID period. Scientists thought about that. Time has come. We have to save the lives by developing a vaccine. So world best minds gather together and developed a vaccine, and we have two vaccines. We all of us have taken, and we have saved the life. That is what we call revolutionary research, applied research, or revolutionary research. If you just understand the basic aspects of the biology or any other science, it's a basic research. It is not going to solve the problem, but it will help us to develop revolutionary research areas. Understand? So this is the difference between revolutionary research refers to something that has a major sudden impact in the society. ನಮಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾರು ಬದುಕುಳಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ it was damaging. Therefore, it is very important. It involves high-tech experiments and involves huge funds. Vaccines, $40 billions. They made money, but they have spent a lot of money to save the lives of people all over the world. We never seen such an incident on the human global. Now, 1920 influenza virus ಬಂದಾಗ ಹಾಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಸತ್ತು ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು. ಅವಾಗ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. But in a modern period, within 6 months, vaccines were available. We were all forced to take vaccines, and we have saved our life. This is particular. In addition to that, we have exploratory research, descriptive research, longitudinal research, cross-sectional research, action research, policy-oriented research, casual research, theory-building research, field-setting research, clinical research, historical research, conclusion-oriented research. Different types of that. They are quantitative and also qualitative. I will not get into that. Research other ask basic research, applied and decide what kind of research you would like to do. Basic research or applied research. Applied research within 6 months, within 1 year results birthday. These results are going to transform our life forever. So, but they need lot of money. How do I do research? Hey, part of the research. Problem select ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಏನು problem? The problem which are confronting us, you need to search the problem. There are so many problems: agriculture problem, medical problem, engineering problem. Every field has the problem. What is that? Is it really a problem? A research topic for me. Ask several times 100 questions before choosing the problem. Do some preliminary work. Why is it necessary to do a research this issue? The questions need to be answered. What are the questions? Objectives need to be set forth. ಗುರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗುರಿಗಳೇನು? ಏನನ್ನ ಹುಡುಕಬೇಕು? ಏನನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸಬೇಕು? ಟೈಮ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. 5 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಬಿಡಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ. PhD 6-7ನೇ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕು. ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. when you select the topic, ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಹುಡುಕಿದಾಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ವಸ್ತುನ ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. what are the tasks, when does the work need to be completed. So identifying the research topic or a problem area is one of the first steps. What is the topic? ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 5-6 ತಿಂಗಳು 1 ವರ್ಷ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಈಸಿ. ಮೆಂಟರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೆಂಟರ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಹುಡುಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ, ಇದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಬೇಡವಾ. ನೀವು 5-6 ತಿಂಗಳು 1 ವರ್ಷ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಿಟರೇಚರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಯಾದರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ಲಿಟರೇಚರ್ ಹುಡುಕಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗ್ಯಾದರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಯುವರ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ವೆದರ್ such a problem exists in the society. If so, whether it is a suitable problem for PhD work. Very important. Narrowing the topic to a specific research problem. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಫರ್ದರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಆಗುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. No repetition, no redundancy. You have to search another problem. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಈ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So you have to select a new problem. Formulation of the objectives. ಗುರಿಗಳೇನು? Objectives very important. How many objectives? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you select more objectives, you need more time to complete your PhD. You have to carefully, you have to do with the, after discussing with your research guide, fellow researchers in the world, we have to choose a research topic for PhD degree. Determine the basic research approach. Then what methodology should be applied? How many sample population? Then here comes the role of statistics. ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡಾಲಜಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Validity of the data is very important. Final conclusion is important. Final conclusion is based on primary data analysis through statistical method, and your statistics will prove that it's a valid data. General data ಆಗುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. So then experimental planning ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Each one is a different topics. You need to learn. Where mostly in the day you will learn all those things. Conducting the experiment. Second year work in the research topic finalization. Third year, fourth year research work. Then you have data collection ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Data collection, all the raw data has to be translated into the real data. Tables, figures have to be prepared. By applying statistics, you reduce at conclusion. You need to arrive at a conclusion. Preparing a research report, thesis. You have to prepare the thesis. Finally, publishing. Oh, your your guide will tell you, you have discovered something, this has to be published. If it is the same data, you cannot publish. If it is something really new data, then your guide will advise you, it has to be published. Where to publish? If it is a new scientific contribution, it must be recognized. So recognition comes only after its publication. So that's very, very important. You can contribute your research in seminars. You can present your research outcome in your seminar, conferences. Then you can send a paper to the journals, books. All your thesis can be converted into a book or a monograph, and finally the thesis. Very important. If it is very important work, why not? You can translate the entire thesis into a book. That's possible. Then while writing a paper, if it is really important, what is the innovation? What's the innovation? Adana first, what is the innovation? Paper structure, journal, everything published ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು paper structure? Make it readable and interesting. You have discovered something, but your guide will advise you how to prepare the paper, how to be, it should be readable and interesting. Decide well in advance which journal I must publish. Very important. Maintain ethics and integrity. Don't copy down anything from other sources. You can refer. This is called plagiarism. Plagiarism. Other part of it. Yes, to data manipulation, ethics and that. So it is very, very important. Quality counts more than quantity. There are so many journals, predatory journals publish your data by collecting the money. Don't go for it. Even if you publish one paper, publish in very good journal, a reference journal. Okay, that's very, very important. If you are really, your work is worth patenting, worth preserving, you have discovered an anti-cancer drug. You are a chemist, you have discovered. It works very well for cancer cells. Don't go for publishing. Go for patenting first. You can work contact, you can invest money and business plan, and you can only develop the drug. That's also possible. You can continuously earn a lot of money. So therefore, it is an intellectual property of yours and your organization, your institution. So therefore, all must be benefited from your discovery. So therefore, going patenting is very, very important. Very important. Publishing quality research. Publications are the primary means of disseminating the research knowledge. ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ all the world best minds will read your paper. Next day you will get an email. Please send your paper. Please send your contributed copy. They will also invite you. If it is cutting edge research, they will invite you to their institution. They will fund you later for your post doctoral research work. Why don't you come and work in my lab? I will give you scholarship, fellowships. Adella world opportunities, global opportunities. Once published, research will become a public property. When it is a public property, the original ideas must always be recognized. You will get that recognition. Besides journal publication, as I mentioned, technical bulletins, reports, proceedings, symposia, conferences, papers, there are many different journals. Nature and Science are the two important journals today. Even non-scientists also read these papers because really very innovative ideas the world scientists are doing are published in these two journals with high impact factor. One comes from United Europe, the other one comes from the United States of America. Very high impact factor journals. Original knowledge, original information is published. So therefore, you select in your own field which one is the most important best journal read by all others, the peers in your area. Very important. So you will get that recognition. So I will not get into that. So what constitutes a good journal? So you cannot predatory journals in a good button publish. Don't go for it. If it is a new contribution, select good journals which they publish without taking any money from no charges. But there are some journals they do charge pay charges, but you can give that. But there are many predatory journals, they attract you and you have to pay heavy money for publication. Don't do that. So UGC has made it mandatory that publication, research publication, not mandatory for the award of PhD degree. They have de-linked it now. Okay. So therefore, if it is original contribution, even if there are any mistakes, they will correct all your mistakes and paper will be published. That much they will. Particular journals will assure you if it is a new contribution, original contribution. They have a respect for the original contribution. So therefore, go for original research and original contribution. Then H index. Every scientist will get a H index. The quality, when you publish a quality journal, how many times your paper has been cited by others in 1 year? That constitutes the H index. Other scientists must refer your work in their contributions. Based on that, your paper impact factor will increase. Based on that, quality research work is assessed. Okay, so that is again very, very important. When you publish a research paper, your Sharda Vilas College has recently gone for NAAC rating. Every college has to undertake this assessment by National Assessment Accreditation Council. Even the University of Mysore, for the 4th time, they went for NAAC assessment. We got some points. The universities have been rated, college has been rated based on the infrastructure, the programs they offer, quality teachers, quality research, quality publications. The quality publication, the research publication done by you will be considered for rating in the university. This is how you can make your institution great. Not only you should feel great, you are also by your contribution, the institution will be rated. In that way, you are contributing something really good for the college and the institution. Therefore, if all of us teachers publish a quality journal, our university rating will go up. That's why it is very well publishing papers. You get very good journals like SCI Science Intensive Journal, Web of Science. These are the, they have given list. What are the journals which come under quality, peer-reviewed journals? In those journals, you must publish your original contribution. Then these research papers will also be considered by the college and the universities for rating their own institutions. There is a growing concern on the poor performance of our universities and colleges. Many colleges NAAC rating NIRF ranking for so many years because reject quality because poor publication, poor infrastructure, poor program, poor teachers. Anta education data ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ಕೃಷ್ಟವಾದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮೂಲ ಉದ್ದೇಶ. ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್. ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ, ಲೈಬ್ರರಿಗೆ ಹಣ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಣ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್, ಫೆಲೋಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So there are so many other benefits. So that's why it is very, very important. So based on that, we have institutional ranking. India this is called national level ranking. Another international world ranking aspect. And at this level, national institutional NIRF ಅದು ಮೈಸೂರು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಯಾವ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಟಾಪ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಂತ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾನು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ವೆರಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ವೆರಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಓದಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು NIRF ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಕ್ರಿಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ NAAC ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿವಿಯಸ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಅವರನ್ನು ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ when we do research after having spent 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, we must do something good quality research. ಒಂದೇ ಪೇಪರ್ ಸಾಕು, ಎರಡೇ ಪೇಪರ್ ಸಾಕು, 10 ಪೇಪರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಲೆಸ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಎರಡೇ ಪೇಪರ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ದಟ್ ಮೈ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಡನ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಶ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. then your research will be appreciated. So if you look at the top universities by Times Higher Education ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ನಂಬರ್ 1, ಹಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕೇಂಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ 3, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾನ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ 4. 2 years back ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾನ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು 51 ನೋಬೆಲ್ ಲಾರೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೀಗೆ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, ಹೀಗೆ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ 1000 ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್. You can choose the best one and go research. And they offer a lot of scholarships and fellowships. In India, we have Indian Institute of Science, Jawaharlal Nehru University, ಹೀಗೆ ಟಾಪ್ 500 ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಮೈಸೂರು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ 37 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಟಾಪ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ NIRF ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ 37th ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. 100 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈಗ 100 ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿನ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ your research will help you to rate the universities. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಶ್ರೇಣಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಟಾಪ್ 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, 3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. Dear student, I will not take much of your time. Research helps in nation building process. Don't think that your research will die only in the thesis. The whole country will appreciate it. Whole country, you are an asset of the India. The research minds in India, human resource. You will be appreciated. You will be given so many other responsibilities. You will be promoted. You will be recognized all over the world. And you contribute something really good for the nation building. ದೇಶ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. Research scientists like you can also contribute in the nation building process. So therefore you are all part of the nation. ದೇಶ ಕಟ್ಟೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ you should feel proud. You should feel proud. Therefore, sir, I mentioned what he has said about his contribution. If I have succeeded in my enquiries more than others, I move into less to any superior mind. ನನಗೇನಂತ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. I will not give credit to superior ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇವ್ರು ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆಂಟ್ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ದೇವರು ಬೇರೆ ತಂದಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. But that we are habit of patient thinking. ಸಮಾಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಫೇವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ವಿ ಪಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫೇವರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್. Success will help only prepared minds. Success will come only to the ನೀವು ಜಂಪ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ನೀವು ನದಿಗೆ ಇಳಿಬೇಕು, ಸ್ವಿಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತಾನಾಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Success comes only for the prepared minds. So with these few points I end my presentation. I hope the day-long presentation by other esteemed my colleagues and subject experts in the relevant field, they will throw you more light on the research topic, and you will be benefited immediately by the day you complete. You go with the satisfaction that yes, I must take up this research problem. Let me contribute something for my country, my institution, for myself, my institution, my country. Okay, that should be the feeling. Okay, then with that, I wish you all the best for your whatever program on research methodology. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for that truly enlightening relevant and motivating keynote address. If anybody wants to ask anything to Professor Janardana, you can ask. If anybody has any questions or any doubts. If not, let us all together thank Professor Janardana with a big round of applause for coming to Java College and motivating the youngsters here to take the research. Thank you very much. And I request our principal, Dr. Devika, to give the thanking letter to Professor Janardana. Thank you, sir. We are now taking break for 5 minutes. Refreshments have been arranged just outside this hall. I request all of you to have the refreshment. And all the next sessions will be happening in AV hall, audio visual room. If anybody doesn't know audio visual room, our volunteers will guide you there. Thank you once again for being a part of this workshop.
ನನಗೆ ಭಾರಿ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು ನಮ್ದು ಇವತ್ತು ಗಂಟು ಭಾರಿ
ಸರ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್ ಐದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿ